Setting up a UX study properly is a big responsibility. That's why I'm here today to help you with it. Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm going to share with you a few tips on setting up mobile testing in UXtweak based on the feedback from our clients. So without further ado, let's start with the first tip. Skipping the warm-up task. The warm-up task is here for your participants to familiarize themselves with your application before the real study begins. You can allow them to roam around a bit and get their bearings within the app. Once they are content, they can proceed to your main tasks. However, if you think your participants don't need a warm-up task or you want to skip it for a different reason, that is easily done. Simply go to the Tasks tab in the setup of your study and untick the Include a Warm-Up Task option. Not including a warm-up task can be desirable, especially if your users are already familiar with your application. Now on to the next tip. Usually when setting up a study, people focus mainly on the task texts and sometimes forget that instructions are important as well. But you have to make sure your participants understand how to participate in the study. With unmoderated studies like mobile testing usually is, there is no option to ask the conductor for further explanation on how to complete the study. All the help your participants have available is the set of instructions that you gave them. These instructions should be clear, easy to understand, and provide all the information your participants might need. To make sure all this is included, you should tailor your instructions to each study specifically. To edit the instructions in UXtweak, go to the setup of your study, switch to the Messages tab, select the Instructions option, and use our editor to create your own instructions. Use the formatting options to highlight the most important parts. You can also include a link. Our next tip has to do with convincing users to download the testing app. With all this stranger danger on the internet, it's more than understandable that your participants may be hesitant to download your application. With the mobile testing from UXtweak, it may seem that the effort needs to be double because your participants will be required to download our companion app as well. However, there are two ways to combat this lack of trust. The first way is to order your participants directly from UXtweak. As these are experienced testers, there is no need to worry about any hesitation in regard to downloading your testing application. If you are recruiting the participants on your own, we suggest that you add an introduction of your application into your invitation email. People are more likely to trust your application once they get to know it a little bit better. To further convince them, you can add a link to UXtweak's privacy policy to ensure them that the data is completely safe. Some participants are more suspicious than others, and no steps you will take will convince them. Unfortunately, this is something you can't really do anything about, so there is no need to beat yourself up over it. Tip number 4. Ensure all the technical requirements are met. Mobile testing is one of the more advanced studies, and this brings with it higher demands on the participants. Part of these demands is their technical equipment. It is a good idea to include all technical requirements in an invitation email, so the participants don't waste their time on a study they are not eligible for. Another thing you might want to mention is that the study ends with a video upload. This will allow them to prepare for it by being somewhere where they can connect to a Wi-Fi so they don't need to use up their data plan on the upload. This will also reduce the risk of participants canceling the study before the upload is completed. And for the last tip today, suggest your participants complete the test in quiet surroundings. If you are conducting a remote mobile testing, your participants may choose to complete it basically anywhere. On their way to work, while waiting for someone, or in a bar. If you want to record their thoughts using the Think Aloud option as well, you should remind them to find somewhere quiet to complete the study. Loud bar talk or honking horns in the background won't help you improve the UX of your application. And those are the 5 tips from us. I hope they help you when conducting your own study. If you want to try mobile testing with UXtweak, head to the link in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe to watch more videos on all things UX related. See you next time.